I asked your mother for you, she told me that you were too young. I wish the Lord that I'd never seen your face. I'm sorry you ever were born. Good night, Irene. Good night. Good night, Irene. Good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I guess you're in my dream. Sometimes I live in the country, sometimes I live in town. Sometimes I get the great notion of jumping into the river and drown. Good night, Irene. Good night. Good night, Irene. Good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I guess you're in my dream. Stop rambling and stop gambling. Quit staying out late at night. Go home to your wife and your family. Sit down by the fireside bright. Good night, Irene. Good night. Good night, Irene. Good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I guess you're in my dreams. I love Irene, God knows I do. Love her till the sea runs dry. If Irene turns her back on me, I'm gonna take my feet and die.